Hello, my name is Chris, and I will review the 2020 Cadillac XT6, which stands for Crossover Touring 6. It is Caddy's midsize crossover. It starts at $60,000, and although I do not have the sticker, I think this one goes for about $78,000, which is getting expensive. A looker, no question, the Caddy has distinctive visual cues that help it stand out in a crowded, competent segment. Take a look for yourself. You get a third row, but this is not a family show. When the third row is down, you do get tremendous storage. Practical. Sitting in the back, XT6 is roomy with tons of comfort. With this panoramic roof and the high-level climate control, the back seat truly is the best seat in the house when it comes to these vehicles. In front, it is also so roomy. The door design is usually a cue to the effort designers put into a car, and the front door of XT6 could have come off a $100,000 vehicle. All the textures and materials go well together. Very good Caddy. The aesthetic quality of the dash is also stylish. The steering wheel is okay. The infotainment is not easy to use. I did not like it more than Ross. Wind noise is pleasantly subdued, as is the case with all its competitors. And apart from some cheap buttons in the steering wheel, the touchgear feels quality enough. Special mention goes out to the seats, which are both supremely comfortable and made from an extra soft leather. You really feel your money. In terms of security features, standouts are the heads-up display and the seat belts, which automatically snug fit when you click them into place. It does feel like I am repeating myself all the time for midsize crossovers. Car makers have got this segment on lockdown. GM is doing this right. On a personal note, a dear friend of mine is leasing an XT5, and Caddy really negotiated hard to close the deal. Not the first time I hear this from GM customers. XT6 comes with a V6 and a 9-speed automatic, and GM has historically been good at combining their automatics with their engine's characteristics. XT6 makes 310 horsepower and 271 pounds of torque. It does 13.7 liters in the city and 9.7 liters on the highway. Here are my thoughts on the road. Hello, car lovers driving the Cadillac XT6 2020. This is the car that Ross brought me today. A midsize SUV in size, if you look at the third row especially. What to say about this vehicle? Well, the exterior styling is very distinctive. I find that Cadillac's exterior styling is evolving. I think it looks pretty from the outside, and it's got really nice proportions. The wheels are nice too, so that's pretty awesome. What about the inside? Well, the inside, kind of a mixed bag. Let's talk about the suspension first. Very comfortable, standard fare I think for this type of vehicle. Nothing wonderful, nothing bad. It runs very well. I'm driving here on Lachine's shitty roads. I went on the highway before. It was fine. It was quiet. And let's go with the very good. These seats, the leather quality is actually amazing. It's actually better than a lot of other seats I've tried in the category, and it is very comfortable here. I'd say that this door design is very distinctive. You have a bunch of materials, and it's capped off with the Bose speaker grille made out of metal with the Bose engraved here. High level stuff. This is things you see on $100,000 cars. You have the nice panoramic roof, obviously. You have a very good visibility here. I see very clearly here, left, right, and in the front, and in the rear, not too bad either. I would have to say this little mirror here is a bit flimsy, and when you come to adjust it, you always end up pressing a button. I find it's a little bit weird. This is an ergonomic flaw, and there's quite a few in this vehicle. The biggest is the infotainment. I had to look for a while. How do you turn up and down the volume and not use the steering wheel, which is, by the way, on the right hand side and not the left hand side like it is normally? I don't know how you do it. So the infotainment, I find the screen is a bit small, and I'm a bit harder on infotainments than Ross, and also the navigation inside the options is not very awesome. Complicated for no reason. How old are the customers of this vehicle? really. I mean, it's going to start probably at my age, 44, 45, right? And older. And people like me, I can tell you right now, we like things simple. What else about this vehicle? Well, the engine, nothing incredible, but no drawbacks. It's smooth, it's reasonably refined, and combined with this automatic transmission, it drives very well. I can't complain about it. This dash here, very nice, looks high-end, appropriate. It's not all digital like is the style maybe today, but still very nice. The heads-up display, pretty good, I'd say. Here, Ross makes the remark, this part of the dash is a little bit cheap, and he's right about that. So it's kind of like some things are very good. So if you look at the design language, I would argue it looks better than, for example, an Acura MDX. It's more stylized, there's more effort into it, it looks more modern than an Acura MDX. However, certain other things are less awesome. So you kind of like, at $60,000 where this vehicle starts, for a mid-size premium SUV, you're getting a very comfortable experience. However, it's not a $100,000 vehicle. There are still some places where the engineers have to make choices, and you feel this in Cadillac. Last point, the steering wheel. The leather is very soft, lacks perhaps a bit of thickness, but meets the commands inside that I find GM is very, very weak. They look a little bit cheaper than average. There is a reassuring 4-year bumper-to-bumper warranty and a 6-year powertrain warranty, and this is very reassuring if you have a lease, for example. So if you lease a vehicle for 4 years, you know there's going to be no messing around at the dealership paying extra. If ever anything breaks, GM takes care of it, and that's nice. So obviously recommendable on the lease. On the purchase, possibly. It's a first generation vehicle, and I'll leave it at that. But definitely recommendable on the lease. And those are my thoughts. By the way, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well then obviously you should subscribe. And that is the review.